In 1912, a signal was sent into the ocean. In 2024, the ocean sent one back. Daniel Hart was a 26-year-old radio enthusiast from Southampton, a port city where the Titanic's memory never fully faded. He wasn't a historian, just someone obsessed with old technology. His favorite hobby was restoring early 20th century wireless machines. His biggest project yet was a damaged Marconi Type 106 transmitter, manufactured in 1912, the same model used by RMS Titanic. He found the unit in a maritime storage auction near the dock. It was battered, incomplete, water-stained, and, for some reason, sealed shut with screws that didn't match the original design. That detail alone made Daniel buy it instantly. The restoration took months. New vacuum tubes were installed, coils were rewired, the signal arm was repaired, the antenna was recreated and calibrated to its original 500 kilohertz frequency. When he finally powered it on, it emitted nothing but static. Expected. Normal. Disappointing. Then came December 18th, 2024. A storm blanketed the city. Not rain, fog. Thick. Coastal, the kind that smells like salt and wet metal. Daniel sat in his small workshop monitoring radio noise like every night. The transmitter sat humming softly, warming the cold room with a fragile electrical heartbeat. At exactly 2:17 a.m., the static changed. Not louder, not quieter. Then came the beeps. Morse code. Daniel grabbed his notebook and began decoding. The message read, "Do not believe the man who boarded under the name L. Morgan." Daniel frowned. No L. Morgan existed on the Titanic passenger manifest. The warning was impossible. The beeps resumed. Next message. The list was edited before sailing. Daniel whispered to himself. It was edited after boarding. Coordinates appeared. 41.7325 north, 49.9469 west. This was nowhere near Titanic's wreck. This was not a prank. This was period-accurate transmission. He called his colleague Peter Dawson. Peter didn't believe him at first, but curiosity was louder than doubt. They drove to Southampton Harbor with equipment in the back seat. Investigation begins. They detected a faint 500 kilohertz pulse from the open sea. They chartered a ferry toward the coordinates. The ocean was empty. No ships, no lights, no radio chatter. They reached the coordinates by evening. Nothing was there, just open water. Daniel powered his portable receiver. The ocean had become the transmitter. Message decoded live. L. Morgan was never a passenger. L. Morgan was the warning. The rescuers edited the list. Night 1 at sea. At 3:12 a.m., the receiver turned on itself. We were never rescued. Peter snapped in disbelief. The Titanic sank. They weren't rescued. The machine replied, "You think rescue always arrives. That's why you're here." They shut the device off, but implications stayed awake. Day 2. The coordinates disappeared from GPS history. Not corrupted, removed, like never entered. Daniel checked Maritime logs. No ferry traveled that path. No charter was registered under their names. Peter spoke quietly. It wanted us to find a contradiction. Daniel agreed. Back to the transmitter. The Marconi transmitter turned on itself again. L. Morgan was never a name. It was a key. Daniel looked at the brass keychain on the wall. The transmitter tapped. Some doors sync, some doors transmit. Then silence returned permanently. Ending twist. Daniel checked Titanic archives again. Passenger lists were intact and unchanged. Then he checked rescue ship logs from 1912. One vessel, SS Caledonian, received a signal on April 17, 1912. It was logged as corrupted static and dismissed. But the raw audio still existed in archives. When decoded, the dismissed static read, "We were never rescued. You just stopped listening." Daniel didn't restore a machine from Titanic. He restored a forgotten assumption. And history didn't haunt the machine. History haunted the listener. Chills.